All of a sudden, you saw their faces go like this, and you heard a big bang and a hiss, and they just had a panicked look, and they quickly took the carts and ran backwards to the front of the plane, and then we all turned around, and the whole back cabinet part of the plane where they sat was full of the chute.
Imagine that. The emergency chute deploys as you're flying. I'm swigging coffee here, trying to wake up. That would be a wake-up call for me. My colleague Yasmin Vasugian's following this one. What happened that the chute pops open?
Isn't that really scary?
Very.
Could you imagine if you were on that plane?
Yeah, I'm ducking and
What if you were in the restroom and you got caught?
Right.
Could you imagine?
Hoping for the best at that point.
All right, over 100 people had the scare of their lives Sunday night on a United Airlines flight. An evacuation slide at the back of the plane deployed mid-air. The flight was on its way to Orange County, California from Chicago's O'Hare Airport and was forced to make an emergency landing.
Passengers report hearing a distinct popping noise before the slide started filling up inside the cabin. Flight attendants rushed to assess the situation. No injuries reported, but the plane en route from Chicago O'Hare International Airport to John Wayne Airport in Southern California was forced to make an emergency landing in Wichita, Kansas, descending over 20,000 feet in 10 minutes, according to FlightAware.com. Passengers took to social media to share pictures and video of the frightening experience. Former Nebraska quarterback Taylor Martinez tweeted this picture of the slide, writing, "Scariest flight of all time, #emergency landing." Passengers on board the United flight say it's lucky that everyone was seated and no one was in the back of the plane when the slide deployed.
A United spokesperson says there was no injuries, thankfully, and that a passenger did not try to open the door. Now, this is not the first time we've seen something like this happen. In November, a slide opened during a JetBlue flight, but that plane was also safely diverted. Also in 2008, when then Senator Obama was on the campaign trail, an emergency chute also opened mid-air on his plane. The NTSB later said the slide was improperly secured. Here with me now, a man of many talents, commercial pilot Philip Holloway. We all want to know, all right, how does something like this actually happen?
Well, the NTSB determined, I think, in the situation you just referenced with now President Obama's campaign plane, that it just wasn't properly secured and that maybe it had ascended too quickly. You're going to find something like that is going to be the cause here. Fortunately, nobody was hurt, as you referenced, and we were told that the pilots did the right thing by getting down and diverting and landing as quickly as possible, because ultimately the safety of the flight is their most important concern.
Can this take a plane down? Can something like this take a plane down?
I don't know if necessarily this in and of itself could, but it's something that they're going to be taking a close look at, because you want to make sure that there's no rapid decompression or anything like that could cause more serious problems. Any landing, though, that you walk away from is considered a good landing by any pilot I know.
But, this has happened 3 times, like I just referenced. This is the 3rd time. So there's checks and balances before every flight takes off. I just still don't understand how something like this can happen. I mean,
it's a maintenance issue, just like your toaster or your microwave can have a mechanical problem. Things like this is an independent system within the aircraft. It can have a mechanical issue. Perhaps it's a maintenance issue. There's any number of reasons, but I guarantee you the National Transportation Safety Board is going to find out what happened.
And what if someone had gotten hit by that thing?
Oh, it'd be really very dangerous. It's kind of like if you get hit by an airbag in your car. Injuries can be inflicted just by that force alone. So if someone was in the way, I can see where they could have been hurt.
All right,
but fortunately, no one was.
Thank you so much for joining us. There you have it, Mike. So if you got caught in it, you would have had a lawsuit on your hands.
Yeah, wow. Thankfully, everybody okay.